Karen's grand opening is full of surprises. Andy feels the pressure at work as her dealings with Gary may end her career. That's the episode synopsis for Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 7, Episode 3. The name of the episode will be Grand Openings and Closing, and it will air January 17, 2024. Okay, so look here. I said, based on both of the trailers that they showed one at the end of last night's episode, and then they showed one afterwards. And I said, based on that whole thing, I said, Fatima lawyer. Fatima is lawyer. Fatima be riding for everybody. But okay, Andy asks what's happening. Fatima says Gary is happening. He's being investigated by the FBI. Gary says, Andy, that little ungrateful B-word, I funded her entire lifestyle, and she can't even answer the phone. The man that works for him asks him if she's going to be a problem for them. Gary says, no, you let me worry about her. Pam tells Karen fresh start, and then the lights go out in the salon. Sabrina tells the girls that she asked Rich for his sperm. Zach has flowers. Fatima says, what are these? He said, they were for Karen's salon opening. I said, now Zach, we're going to do a whole separate video on that. Gary tells Hayden he needs his help. Hayden tells him he could get fired just for being on the phone with him. Fatima tells Andy all the partners are coming in today. She needs to get her story together. Pam tells a lady that they're not open yet, and she tells them that they might not be opening. Karen says, excuse me? Miss Lisa gets in the car with Zach. The therapist that Fatima recommended looks like to Danny. She asks Danny what inspired her to seek therapy. Rich tells Sabrina he thinks they should talk about what happened. Fatima tells Andy she just heard them mention her name. She needs to get there now. I said, look, Fatima lawyer, y'all. Fatima is lawyer. She be riding for these girls. She definitely do. So I see why, everybody's such a fan and everything. I'm a fan of Fatima as well. But I try to see both sides. Y'all know, if y'all been here a long time or y'all just got here, y'all know I always say that I try to see both sides. Because just because we fans of these people, we should be able to call them out on their stuff. I said, just let me put that out there, because I seen a recent comment that said that y'all delusional, y'all this, y'all that. No, I just see things from both sides of things. I just try to see both sides of things. That's what you're going to get here. If you stay here, that's what you're going to get here. I see both sides. But yeah, who are we going to talk about first? Andy. Gary's the dude that worked for him, he said something. He said, and I talked about this last night in last night's review. The man said if Andy's gonna be a problem for them. And he said, no, you let me worry about her. And I said, what do you mean? Andy don't know about it, right? Y'all said Andy don't know what he doing. I said, what did he do? Y'all think he been using these women? I said that also last night. I said I watched a show one time where the man was using, he had all these women and he had this money. He was, what they call it, embezzling money or something like that. And he had their name on it. And I said, wait a minute. I said, I don't know. But yeah, I said, look, it look like it's going to be good, y'all. It definitely look like it's going to be good. But yeah, Andy's probably worried about her career. They investigating her. I said, look, they already, I said, hey, what did Gary got to do? I was trying to think back to last season. Or was it the season? I think it was season 5, actually. Where Gary was saying something about Robin, and they was trying to take him, and Hayden was trying to take his position to buy him out or whatever, and they ended up doing it, right? So if that's illegal money, can they turn it back over? I said, Robin look like he long gone. We never even got, an answer to why he left. We know he didn't come up with the money in time, but that's all we found out. But yeah, that's the first thing. I want to know if Andy knew. I mean, from the preview, it doesn't look like she knew. Of course not. But like, what did he mean about it? If she's gonna be a problem, or are they trying to get her to cooperate and like be like, oh no, that's not what happened? I said, look, what led to this? Cause they was already investigating him at first. I said, what led to this? Do y'all think the whole donation to Jordan's campaign is what led to this? Cause y'all know when people running for a council or office or whatever, they supposed to fact check, basically find out everything about their dealings and everything. Y'all think that's where they came from? Do y'all think that's what led him to get that weapon or whatever? I said, look, I got questions. Like, I want to know what led up to this moment. Like, why? Obviously, they doing something illegal. He had to do on last night's episode talking about shred all the papers and everything. So I was like, look, that's one thing. Let me see what else. Now we're going to get to the Zach thing, because we definitely going to do a separate video on that. Because what are you doing? But at the same time, let's talk about Pam first. Pam tells Karen fresh start, and then the lights go out. And the lady comes in, she said they may not be opening. Now we done seen on the season 7 trailer, they showed Karen cutting a little ribbon and the girls beside her, Pam beside her, some other people beside her too. So I was like, what that about? Is it about the funds? Like, is it about, the electricity that just went out? We might as well go with, I don't know if we should go down the line or just, because I want to talk about Miss Lisa being back too. So Miss Lisa is back. Let me find it first so I can scratch it out. No, we're not going to talk about that yet, because we got to talk about Sabrina. Sabrina tells the girls that she asked Rich for his sperm. I said, look, Oh yeah, last night I asked y'all if you didn't see that review, go check it out. But I asked y'all, have anybody heard anything about the man that plays Rich as well as the man that plays Jordan, if they gonna be a part of the permanent cast? Cause the guy that plays Tony, he been up to a series regular, so I'm guessing we finna see him a lot. We finna see him a lot. But I was saying about Sabrina on last night's episode, he told her, now she was drunk, so um, he told her he didn't want marriage. He no longer believed in marriage. Let me correct myself. And he never had a desire to have kids. She kept on asking him about kids, and then you could tell that that's something she wanted. And then later in the trailer, they showed him telling Sabrina that he thinks they should talk about what happened. I said, yeah, they're gonna break up. I said, if they don't, it's gonna be a problem because you can't convince it. Look, some people do eventually change their mind. They be like, at first I didn't want marriage, I didn't believe in it, but I want it now, or I didn't imagine having kids, but now you in my life and all that. But the majority of the time, I don't think people change their mind. So Sabrina, I said, who they gonna hook up with next? If he's not a serious regular and he's gonna go, if we not gonna see him no more or whatever, what storylines they gonna have for Sabrina? I know doggone well, like Maurice wasn't in the trailer, but they need to get him a new storyline. Cause why? Why? I see that I'm not the only person that thinks so. There's been a lot of people saying the same thing. I said, why would you like? I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand. Like, come on. I said, I'd rather you put him back at the bank. I'd rather you do that. Now, him and Sabrina, I feel like need to improve. We gonna wait and see, where the writers take their whole little storyline. Now we get into the part. But I can't talk too much about it because I'm saving it for a video. Zach has flowers. Fatima says, what are these? He said they were for Karen's salon opening. Now, from what I gathered from that scene, and the scene with Miss Lisa getting in the car with Zach, he was obviously shocked when she got in there. He wasn't expecting her to get in the car or whatever. He's obviously thrown off or whatever. I'm guessing she talked him down. He's there to give Karen the flowers. Look, I would feel better because if this baby is Zach's, they're going to be a part of, Fatima's going to be a part of Karen and the baby life. And that's just how it is. Unless you're trying to keep the baby from him. But yeah, once they established that, like, I would have liked to, I would like that they had got this doggone DNA test out the way and they would know officially if Zach is the father. Versus finna be on episode 3 and they still having a discussion. So I would prefer if we had found out, yeah, Zach is the father or Zach ain't the father. So then I would understand, like, okay, they both there to support her opening and everything. Not to mention, apparently they finna share friends, so they bound to cross paths. So I was saying, yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't see a problem. I wouldn't have seen a problem with it. Even if the baby wasn't his, if he would have talked to Fatima about it and said, yeah, I think I'm gonna give her some flowers for her grand opening and congratulate her, because we seen how he acted when he thought she passed away. We heard him tell her, he'll help her, but she chose to throw up the check. Lord Jesus, tear up the check. That's what she chose to do. So I'm like, look, Fatima is 3 months later, and Fatima is still in the same position, still doing the same freaking mess. I said, come on now. People are saying already, when they seen the trailer, they were saying how we shouldn't get mad. We know Zach and Fatima forever. That ain't the point. We know that. Obviously, they got a whole show called Fatima. Now, that don't mean nothing. That could mean, even on Fatima, they could break up. We don't know. We don't know where these writers are going with this. Now, I would imagine that because they got this show, they're going to last. But now we dealing with sisters. We dealing with the sisters. We dealing with Zach doing foolish stuff. Especially considering, now we don't know what led up to this. We don't know if they had a discussion, because, when we last seen them, wasn't they into it? Wasn't Zach and Fatima into it about Karen's baby? And she was telling him if he think that the baby is his, he's stupid. Shouldn't he have got her flowers? Now we don't know the time frame for all of this. Look like Zach got on a different shirt. I don't know. I had to go back and look. But yeah, I was like, if they didn't talk about this, like, look, you don't never get nobody no chance to one up you. Now imagine if Miss Lisa wasn't there. I'm assuming Miss Lisa talked him out of it. Probably told him this gonna send mixed signals to Karen. This gonna make her think. Look, did y'all catch? I forgot to talk about that last night. When Sabrina was asking Karen about kids and all this, if she imagined raising raising kids with a family, like doing it with a partner and everything. The look on her face and everything, I said, yeah, I don't think she over the Zach situation, y'all. I don't think she over it based on that moment. She keeps saying how she just focused on her and her baby and everything, and I would hope that. But she took shots in the first episode. The second episode, she had this look on her face. I said, yeah, you could be disappointed because you might have expected. It cut off, y'all. I think we was talking about Karen when she had the look of disappointment on her face and everything. I was saying she could be disappointed because, on season 1, she was saying how she want to have a family and all that stuff. So, look, that's what I feel like that moment may have been about, or possibly about Zach. Possibly about Zach being with Fatima, or she wanted to be with him and raise this child together. I feel like, I don't want to say for sure because we don't know until they do a DNA test. Like Fatima said, they both need to be there. But I feel like the brunch kind of foreshadowed what's going to happen. Danny talk about DNA tests and the baby may not be Zach's and all this. Like, we already knew this. Fatima knew this. Why they was acting shocked? Why was she said that? Look, we all knew that. But I feel like they was foreshadowing. Y'all might be right. The baby might not be Zach's. I think they gonna bring somebody. Either we gonna bring that dude back or they gonna bring somebody into the mix. The problem with that though is we didn't see it. Look, they need to start showing stuff. But what else we was talking about? I forgot. But yeah, I'm gonna say that the rest of the conversation about Zach and these flowers for later. Gary tells Hayden he needs his help. Look, that's another thing. Hayden was like, nope, he ain't getting mixed in this mess. He ain't getting mixed in. I said, look, do y'all think they're doing character development with Hayden or what? What kind of lawyer is Hayden? I know he was gonna represent Heather and everything, but I said, what kind of? Then I guess it don't matter because Andy's supposed to be a divorce attorney or something like that, right? But she over here helping Zach and Fatima try to get Michael. So I guess it don't matter. But he trying to ask Hayden for help. I said, all right, this why you don't do business with crooked people. Well, what he gonna say? If Hayden say he ain't gonna do it, he gonna use that against him. He just like he brought up Tamara. I said he gonna be like, I got so much information on you. But then in the season 7 trailer, they also show Hayden talking to Gary. He's like, are you sure about this and everything? Fatima telling Andy all the partners are coming in today. She needs to get her story together. And I said, look, I'm still disappointed about that storyline too. Because didn't they make her partner? Didn't they already make her partner? But yeah, Danny actually starting the process of therapy. I said, yes, finally. That's a separate video. Let me start marking these. That I'm gonna do separate videos. Zach has the flowers. The therapist. The fact that Sabrina suggested it was about Preston. That the nightmare is about Preston. But that still ain't. Look, we don't know. I was thinking. Look, we already talked about the recent situation. So y'all stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna try to do a few more videos or whatever on these. So especially the Zach having flowers not for Fatima, for Karen. I thought I wrote that wrong. But yeah, that's it. Y'all let me know down below what y'all think. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, do this. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.